I had no intention of getting Daniel Smith watercolors, not because they suck or anything. Everything I've seen and heard indicates their paints are top-notch. No, it's because they're priced beyond my budget. I began my watercolor journey knowing full well I wasn't going to spend $15 to $20 on a single 15 milliliter tube. But when your video producer, also known as the Art Fairy, hands you the Daniel Smith Essentials set of 6 5 milliliter tubes, you don't chuck it at his head while yelling, "Never!" Nuh-uh. You snatch the loot from his hands while snapping, "What took you so long?" Then you plow into it the way Cruella de Vil plowed into that snowbank. I did such a good job on applying the sticky magnets, I was rewarded with Rolos. Which reminds me, the person formerly known as the Art Fairy has requested a name change. And since he's not only the source of much of my art supplies, but of Rolos and other refreshments as well, Producer Mike it is. Yep, they're pretty colors all right. But as we know, there's more to paint than color. There's consistency, vibrancy, transparency, granularity, vascularity, and perspicacity. If you think those last two are made up, have some Rolos. We're paying attention. The tin is very light, and at first I thought that might be a problem. But once the magnets were attached and those pans filled, it felt better in the hand. I chose this tin palette because, well, it was a long deliberation over multiple factors, really. I mean, there are quite a few options out there. Full or half pans, 12, 24, or 48 colors, plastic, porcelain, or metal, hinged, unhinged, or close to the edge, pans, wells, or a deviled egg platter. In the end, I boiled it down to several requirements. Number 1, pans, not wells, since I wanted the ability to easily rearrange the colors, and that eliminated many of the plastic options. Number 2, full pans instead of half pans, and more than 12 of them. That eliminated the metal tin I use as my Holbein palette, which can hold either 24 half pans or 12 full pans. There is a larger version that holds 48 half pans or 24 full pans, but I didn't like how spread out it would be when open. And although I paint on a desk, surface area is somewhat limited. So I decided on this metal tin. It fits in my hand while containing a generous 20 colors in full pans. The lack of mixing wells wasn't a concern, since I plan to get a porcelain dish for that, and I have plastic ones until then. The plan is to slowly fill the empty pans over time, since I keep an eye out for deals on Amazon. I used to think price watching wasn't worth the effort, but that was before I managed to snag the M-Gram 5-color basic set for less than $20 last winter. So yeah, I was resistant to Daniel Smith. I'll admit I was thinking, Daniel Smith, he thinks he's all that and a bag of chips. He's not that hot. But after first-hand experience, I can sort of understand why many people are crushing on these paints. More testing is called for, methinks. So keep your eyes peeled for an upcoming mixing chart, my first ever, likely to be filled with assorted errors such as overwatering, tainted mixes, and not staying inside the lines. Until next time, stay artsy, my friends.